Good afternoon to one and all. Today I am going to explain the concept of torque voltage analogy. In this lecture, we have introduced the concept a rotational mechanical system is converted into electrical system. In previous lecture, lecture number 14, we introduced the concept of force voltage analogy, force current analogy, which is basically how to convert a translation mechanical system into electrical system. In this lecture, we have seen a rotational mechanical system is converted into electrical system. So, mechanical rotational system in which the input is consist of torque and output is nothing but the angular velocity, that is omega, and torque, that is T. When we convert this mechanical rotational system into electrical system, that time the input is voltage and output is the current flowing through that element. So in previous lecture we seen there are three basic elements in any mechanical system. That is, first one is in rotational mechanical system there are the three basic elements. What are the? These are the mass is nothing but the moment of interior, that is called mass, and second one is a dashpot, third one is a torsional spring. So the moment of interior, that is nothing but a mass, we applied a torque. This torque, that is denoted by T, and which produces angular displacement, that is theta. So to measure the torque in terms of the angular velocity, so T is equal to J d square theta d divided by dt square. So double derivative of angular displacement, or we also can write the torque in terms of the angular velocity j into d omega by dt. D omega by dt is nothing but the acceleration. So that is angular acceleration. So whenever this mass is converted into electrical system, that torque is converted into electrical voltage, angular displacement, that is theta, is converted into current flowing through that element, and mass, that is denoted by J, is converted into inductor. So we can write this in terms of the electrical circuit. This moment of inertia or mass is converted into electrical circuit, that T is equal to electrical voltage or potential difference across the two elements, theta, that is angular displacement in the current, and J is equal to your inductor. So we can draw this circuit according to and the output current can be measured in terms of the volt. We can write it in terms of the voltage. So is equal to di by dt. Now similarly, when we apply a torque on dashpot, so when we apply a torque on this dashpot, there is some friction is present between. The friction is denoted by friction constant, that is B, and angular displacement, that is theta. So torque is produced, a friction, that is given by relation between torque and friction. T is equal to B into d theta by dt, where d theta is the angular displacement. Also we can write the torque in terms of in angular velocity B into omega, where B is a frictional constant. Okay, so when we rotate this dashpot, there is some produce a frictions. So these frictions can be represented in terms of torque. So here the dashpot, the torque is measured when it converted into this system into electrical. Torque is equal to electrical voltage, the friction is equal to the resistance, and theta is nothing but the measure in terms of the electrical current. And we also write down the electrical circuit. So this is an electrical circuit. So friction is measured in terms of the resistance. So output current, so output current can be written in terms of the input voltage E equal to IR. Similarly, we are going to the concept a torsional spring. So whenever we apply a torque on a spring, it produces a angular displacement. So we can write the relation between angular displacement and torque. So T is equal to K into theta, where K is a spring constant, or we can write the torque in terms of the angular velocity also, K into integration omega dt, where omega is the angular velocity, or which is can be d theta by dt. And when we convert this rotational mechanical system in terms of the spring into electrical system, that can be measured. The torque is measured in terms of the voltage, electrical parameter, the spring constant measured in terms of the capacitor, and theta in terms of the current. So we can write the current flowing through this element in terms of the output voltage or in terms of the input voltage. So E is equal to 1 upon C integration I into dt, where I is the current flowing through that conductor. So this is an torque and voltage analogy which is very similar to the your force voltage analogy in translation mechanical system. So whenever we convert, there is some basic rules which is to be known how to draw any translation or rotational mechanical system, basically rotational mechanical system into electrical system. The same rules which we will see in force voltage analogy or translation mechanical system, the same rule will be applicable for torque voltage analogy. In mechanical system, the element having same velocity are said to be being in a series, and parallel in electrical system if the element in series will have same current. So in mechanical system, the element having same velocity means angular velocity are said to be in series. Parallel in electrical system, the element in series will have same current. So when consist of element in same angular velocity to be in series, in parallel in electrical system having same current. So this is the first. Then each node, that is mass, in mechanical system corresponding to the closed loop in electrical system. So number of masses is nothing but a number of closed loops. So number of meshes, or we can say that number of meshes in electrical system is equivalent to the number of masses in the mechanical system. The element connected between two masses in mechanical system is represented as a common element between the two meshes. So this is the fourth rule in electrical system. So whenever the two elements in mechanical system which are connected by a common element will act as a common element similar to the electrical system which is analogous. So this, by using these four rules, we can better understanding for this translation rotational mechanical system to electrical system. To better understanding, we use some examples. So consider this example. In this example, we consider two masses J1 and J2 which are connected, these two masses, by common spring, that is K1, and another spring which is fixed at another end, that is fixed, that is K2. We apply the torque T1 and angular displacement theta which is produced by this torque to the mass J1, and there is some friction will be produces, so which is denoted by B1 and B2 between this mass to this is a surface area. So when we apply the torque on this mass, it will be the produce a moment of inertia, and that will be measured. So how to convert this rotational mechanical system into electrical system? By using these rules. So first we draw as per the rule. So we know that the torque is converted into electrical voltage, the mass is converted into inductor, and the spring constant, that is K, is converted into capacitor, and theta is converted into electrical current. So these are the four basic parameters which is mapped when we convert a rotational mechanical system into electrical system. So from we write first down to convert a torque into electrical voltage, that is E. So that is E. Then we convert this mass into inductor, that is denoted by letter L. There is a friction B1. So this friction can be mapped, that is friction is equal to R. So friction can be mapped into R. This mass 1 and mass 2, there are the two masses, so number of meshes will be 2, and the element present between two masses in rotational mechanical system will be represented as a common element in electrical analogous system. So this spring represented as a common element, that is K1, that is represented by capacitor. So we can represent as a capacitor. Okay, and the number of meshes will be 2 because the number of masses J1 and J2 are 2. So we can write down in this. Again, here is mass 2 and mass in represent in terms of the inductor. So that is L2, this is R1, and we can write again there is a friction, that is B2. So friction can be mapped into resistance. So that is R2, and this spring is K1 is denoted by capacitor, that is C1, which is a common element between two masses, and this B2 friction is mapped into resistance, mass L2 mapped into inductor, and we can write again there is a spring which is attached to the at the end of the one end, fixed end. So we can represent spring into capacitor. So in this way we can write that we can draw this rotational mechanical system into electrical system having two meshes, having two currents I1 and I2. We also write the equations for this mesh 1 and mesh 2. So it is equal to, so first one, L1 into di into I1, L1 into di I1 into dt plus I1 into R1. Here C1 is a common element between, so we can write C1 is equal to 1 upon C1 is equal to integration I1 minus I1 minus I2 into dt. Similarly, we can write the closed loop equations. So here the voltage source is 0, so we can write L2 di into dt plus I2 into R2 plus 1 upon C2 integration I2 into dt plus there is a common element, so we can write C1 is equal to 1 upon C1 is equal to integration I1 minus I2. So we can convert this rotational mechanical system into electrical system, and we can also write the equation in terms of the closed loop for these two. So we have written the two equations. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So in this lecture we are introduced the concept of torque voltage analogy. So rotational mechanical system how convert into electrical system. So these are the chart how to convert. This is mass, dashpot and the torsional spring. So I hope you are better understanding these examples. So in next lecture we consider the torque current analogy. So we can stop here. Thank you.